Okay, so here's what we got. Question number 6. The distance around the United States Pentagon. Now, some people yesterday just figured out what was a pentagon. Pentagon just means it has how many sides? 5 sides. All right. Now, the Pentagon is actually huge. All right. I wish I was going there again with you guys this year, but they decided to take another trip. That's a different story. But still, the distance around the Pentagon is 1 mile. Now, how long is each side? Well, again, you have to understand that the Pentagon is actually a regular pentagon. All right. Which means what's true about all the sides? They are all equal. So each side could be called what? X. Therefore, 5x is equal to 1 mile. The problem is they want it in feet. So some of you immediately didn't know what feet in a mile, and so you just started asking questions. Instead of jumping on your iPad, that's what your iPad is for, and you type in 1 mile equals how many feet? And of course, that comes out to be 5,280. All right, 1 mile is 5,280 feet.
Didn't you tell us we need to like know that off the top of our head?
You should, absolutely. Everybody should know that. Just like you should know there's 12 inches in a foot and 36 inches in a yard and 3 feet in a yard. You should know all of that. All right. Hey, the distractions are coming in and we're not being bothered. Simple as that. All right. Now we're going to just do what to both sides here? What are we doing to both sides? Divide by 5. So I need everybody to tell me that there is x equals 1.
0.
What? What is it? How much? Thank you very much. 1,056 feet. All right. Now, of course, I kind of gave it away, but for those of you guys who may have forgotten, each foot has what? 12 inches. Each foot has 12 inches. So that means there are also, each side could be measured as, who did that? Tell me.
12,672.
12,672 inches. Anybody got a problem with that? Anybody? All right. So now number 7 was not my best typing day. So there is a problem here. So I want to just go ahead and fix that. And I'm sorry about this. I forgot to fix this. It says, the Eagles won 3 times as many games as they lost. All right. So I have wins and I have loss. All right. So what is the relationship between wins and losses?
Win equals x, loss equals 3x.
Win equals what?
Win equals x, loss equals 3x.
That means you're losing more than you're winning, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what it says. They won 3 times as many as they lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that means they won more than they lost, right? So the loss is actually x and the win is 3x. All right. Now, what I meant to say here, what I meant to type is they played, not they won. All right. So everybody do me a favor and just say they played 28 games. Just change that for me. And I'm sorry about that. They played 28 games. Even if you understood that, just change it because it changes the whole problem. All right. If they played 28 games, all right, now I need an equation, a new equation, which would be what, Oliver? Who's got an equation?
So it would be, so divide by 3.
Mr. Cappy, what?
That'd be like 3 divided by 2.
No. What is it, Nora?
8 equals 1.
Yes, you could say 28 is equal to 3x plus x. All right. Because the wins and losses define the total games played. All right. So now it's just 4x equals 28. And so now we have x is equal to 7. All right, x is equal to 7. All right, now, once again, all right. How many games did they lose then? They lost what? Help me. 7. They lost 7. Now, this right here, instead of how many games did they play, it should say how many games did they what? Win. And again, I'm going to fix that. All right, and I'm sorry. So how many games did they win? They won 21. All right. Oliver, please, what?
I'm confused as to, so what does X mean?
They lost. The games they
So-
lost.
Okay, alright,
Yes.
I was gonna say 4x equals 28, but I thought that since there was wins and losses, they couldn't combine together.
Well, but to figure out the total games they played, you count the wins and the losses. That adds up to the total.
Sure.
Right, but again, I know this is my fault because of the typo, right? It's confusing. All right, so I will fix it. All right, and it won't. If you have to repeat this class next year, it won't be there. All right, that mistake won't be there. You might be back here next year in 8th grade, Nora. Keep it up. All right,
Better happen.
of course. Here we go. Question number 8. Now let's see how you did on this. A hardcover book sells for $16.50. All right, so H. Right off the bat, I just put down H equals $16.50. The same title in paperback sells for $4.95. So then I put paperback equals $4.95. Now it says, how many hardcover books must a dealer sell to take in as much money as she does for 30 paperbacks? So she bought 30 paperbacks. All right, Charlotte, what? What am I doing? Yes. So she spent $148 and what? $148.50 on paperbacks.
Mhm.
And now she wants to spend as much money on paperbacks as she does hardbacks. So do we know how many hardbacks she's going to buy? What?
You do 148.50 divided by 16.
Yes, or you can say 148.50 is equal to 1650x. All right. Now, again, I'm just writing that, right? Even though I know you're okay with just doing 148.50 divided by 1650. I understand that, but that's the equation. All right. We don't know how many hardbacks she sold, so that's why it's X. All right. And after you do that division, tell me what that was. 9 books. All right. And it was the 9 hardcover. All right, I'm good with that. All right, number 9. Right.
I'm not understanding how you're getting these relations between the numbers exactly.
You got the answer, didn't you?
No, I got 32.67.
Paper books were $4.95. She bought 30 of them. So it cost her 30 times $4.95. She needs to spend the same amount of money on the hardcovers. Each book costs $16.50. So it's 1650x equals 148.50. Divide those and you get 9. Okay, now we're good here. All right. Everybody should be able to get this one now. Tell me, Mikey, write the equation. 38 plus 2x equals 124. Good. And you're just going to get 2x equals, and then beautiful. Easy, easy, easy. All right. Everybody's good with that. That was pretty straightforward. All right. Sophia, help me out with 10. What are you thinking?
So you do 1/2 times 17.
1/2, a number,
Oh,
1/2 x, then what?
minus 2
-4.
equals 17.
You're amazing. 1/2 x -4 equals 17. Now what?
Then you add
So 1/2 x equals, beautiful. So x must have been,
10.
no. How do we get rid of a fraction?
Oh, you.
Yep. So what is it? 42 is better. Anybody have any questions with setting 10 up?
I did it like,
Now, if yours is different, right? There's no reason to know how you did it wrong.
no, I did it like a different way. I got a different answer, but, I don't understand.
Yeah. So there's no reason, you understand me, right? Like, I'm not trying to be a pain, right? I'm just saying, if you tell me how you did it wrong, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care how you did it wrong. What I want you to do is I want you to look up there on the board and say, how in the world does she come up with 1/2 x -4 from 4 less than 1/2 a number x? That's exactly what we did for the first 2 weeks of school. We did translations, except instead of just doing the translations, now we have to solve. All right, so my question to you is, anytime you see 4 less than, it's automatically -4. 4 less than what? Half a number.
I did X over 2.
Yeah, x over 2 is the same.
And yeah, I did that and equals 17.
And then you added 4 and got what?
Oh, I didn't add 4 first, I multiplied by 2.
Yeah, you have, remember, you were doing the reverse. You see it now, right? All right.
Did you know that you did x minus 4?
Yeah. Again, guys, 1/2 x and x divided by 2 is exactly the same thing. There's nothing different. Nothing different. All right. Did I ask you to do number 11 or just 1 through 10? All right. So everybody's now, let's go. Jump on number 11 real quick. I want it written properly. All right. Write it out properly. Then let's solve the equation. Come on. We got a lot to do. And I'm finishing all this for homework. All right. So whatever we don't do in class, that means we have to do for homework. All right. Evelyn, thank you for volunteering as usual. All right. Go ahead and write that equation for me, girl.
It'd be 4 plus
How about 4 more than doesn't mean 4 plus, but what? Just like up here, 4 less than didn't mean 4 minus. It meant -4. So I want you to write, instead of 4 more than, I want you, instead of writing 4 plus, I want you to write,
2.
yes, 2/3 what? Then what? You are amazing. Now you understand. Now, would you still get the right answer though? Yes, you would, because addition is commutative, right? The order to put your hand down. All right, stop doing this. I said when you walked in the door, we're having a better day today. Not interrupting me. All right, now from there, Evelyn, what do I do? Right, 2/3 x equals what? Beautiful. Now what? Which is? What's the reciprocal? Bless you. What's the reciprocal of 2/3? Yes, ma'am. 3/2. Now, again, guys, just for practice on your calculator, I know everybody in here knows that's 27 without doing any work. I know that. All right, but we're practicing with our calculator. So just take your calculator and do 18 times 3 divided by 2. Do you have to use the fraction button on your calculator? No, you don't. Practice using your calculator. 18 times 3/2. All right, and that should be 27. I'm saying I don't want you using the calculator. We're practicing with the calculator. You should know that. Yes, are you hearing me? I'm asking you to do it on a calculator because I want you practicing using the calculator. I know you know how to do 18 times 3/2. I know that. But it's a calculator skill that we're working on. All right, that's what we're doing. All right. Now, number 12. Read it, Nora. How do I do that?
So it's like three numbers.
Yeah, so here's exactly correct. So everybody's going to write down the first number, the second number, and the third number. Please don't think you don't have to do this. All right, it helps down the page when it gets harder. So you're talking about three numbers. So you put first number, second number, third number. And if you just want to put 1, 2, 3 colons, that's fine. Now what? No, the first number. What is the first number? Do we have any idea what the first number is? Yes. So the second number would be, and the third number would be, you are amazing. That's what I want everybody to write down. If I said consecutive evens, it would be x, x plus 2, and x plus 4, correct? If I said consecutive odds, it would still be what? X, x plus 2, and x plus 4. Is everybody agreeing with me? To get from one odd to the other, you're just adding 2. Is everybody agreeing? All right, now what does sum mean to do?
So you have to add them.
Yeah, so when you add those, you get what? And what is that? Yes, there you have it. 3x plus 3 equals 105. And so what's the next step? 3x equals,
Okay. 3x equals 103. I choose 103.
and then,
And then
help me, x equals what?
and then actually one.
And here, for some of you guys who are, you just want to make sure you're right, that's what we have a calculator for. Divide it out. If you can't do 102 divided by 3 in your head, just use your calculator. So the first number is what? So now the three numbers would be, what? 34, 35, and 36, and put a circle around it. That's the answer. All right, that's the answer. All right, Jacob, now let me see if you were paying attention. What?
Going in order.
Oh, I didn't say we're going in order. It was Evelyn, then here, now over there. All right. What do I do? How do I write 3 consecutive odds? Let's see if you,
Draw here a list first, second, and third.
yep,
And then we all know the first variable is gonna be x, since we don't know x.
right.
Yet. X, x, x.
Whoa, 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 whoa. How many X's did you write down?
3.
No, the first one is X.
Yeah.
The second one is what?
X. Oh, I'm not doing that part yet. I'm just writing all of the x down, so we do like x plus 1 or x plus 2 something like that.
No, I'm asking you, the first number is X. What's the second number?
X plus 3.
How do I get from 3 to 5?
I get from 3 to 5, 2.
Right,
Plus 2.
so it's X plus 2. How do I get to the next odd?
From 3 to 2 to 5, x plus 3. No. What's it?
Come on, come on, come on. If I have 3, 5, 7, how do I get from 3 to 5?
3 to 5, add 2.
Add 2. So how do I get from 5 to 7?
That's it.
You add 2, so it's X plus 2 plus 2.
Yeah.
But X plus 2 plus 2 is the same as X plus what? X plus 4.
And then we can, and then it will be 3x plus 6 equals
What?
105.
All right, now solve that.
That's 6, that's 6.
Yep,
99, divide that by 3. And that's 33.
okay, so the first one is,
33, first one, x.
and then the next one is,
35,
and then the next one is,
39.
no. Consecutive, one right after
Oh,
another.
yeah, never mind. 37, sorry.
Yes, 33, 35, and 37. Max, are you with me? Is that good? All right, so now you get to find 4 consecutive evens. How do I do that?
So you put down the numbers of first, second, third, and fourth.
You are amazing. All right, so here we go. What's the first number?
X.
What's the second number?
You do X plus one,
X plus what?
M,
Evens, consecutive evens. How do I get from a number to the next even?
What?
Yes, say it, X plus. Like, for example, if I said 8, 10, 12, 14, how do I get from 8 to 10?
X plus two,
Yes, so the next one's going to be what? X plus, the third one's going to be what?
X plus four,
Yes, and then the fourth one.
plus six.
There you go. That's it, guys. That's all there is to it. Now, add those up.
Would be 12 X.
How many X's are there? Come on, Max.
Four X.
4X
4X plus 12.
equals,
Equals 244.
yes.
So you would minus 12, so that would be 232.
Keep going.
And then you would divide that by 4. And 232 divided by 4 is 58. So X equals 58.
Okay, so that's the first number. What's the second number?
58. 58, then 60,
Then what?
60, 62, and then 64.
I just don't think that's that hard, guys. We can do that. Most definitely. You good? Okay, Oliver, is it a good one?
Yeah. So how do you, when you're doing a number plus 2 to get to another positive number? How
To
do
the
you,
next even.
yeah, I mean, next even, how do you know a number is positive or negative?
Positive is negative. Doesn't have anything to do with it, right?
But, not positive, how do you know if a number is odd or even?
You're
Because if
starting,
it's odd and you add 2, it's still gonna be odd.
right, that's why you're starting here. If they say you're starting with an even,
Oh,
all right? But eventually, Oliver, listen to me. That was a very good question. When you get to college, even numbers are going to be 2n and odd numbers are going to be 2n plus 1. Right? When you add 1, after you multiply a number by 2, it's automatically what? It's automatically odd. All right, that's good, actually. Okay, so here we go. Number 15. Let's do Bert's Burger Barn sold 495 hamburgers today. The number sold with cheese was half the number without cheese. Now, some of my kids thought 495 meant they sold 495 hamburgers. And then you had to figure out half of that would be the number of cheeseburgers. Is that what that says? No. Is a cheeseburger a hamburger? Is a cheeseburger a hamburger? Yes, a cheeseburger is a hamburger, but it's a hamburger that has what? Cheese on it. All right, that's all. So what are they trying to tell you? They're trying to tell you that I have cheeseburgers and I have hamburgers. That's what you're writing down. C and H. Do you have any idea how many hamburgers were sold?
Yes.
How many?
495.
That's what people think. But we're breaking them down into categories now.
Oh, yeah.
So the hamburger, the H would stand for what? X. And then the cheeseburger would be what? X over 2. Brilliant. Now, some of you guys are great thinkers. I need you to look up, please. Look up, look up, look up. Or you could put X as cheeseburgers. And what would the hamburger be? Yes, good job. That's right. Those are your options. All right, it doesn't matter, but those would be your options. All right. Now, we're going to go back because of what I don't remember who said that, but this relationship. Together, they sold a total of 495. So what's that equation going to be? Tell me.
2x divided by 2 equals 495.
How did you get 2x divided by 2?
So you're doing x divided by 2 plus 2.
No, y plus 2.
You're adding these together. How many were sold? So you have to do. The number so changes. So I have so for my first one I have x divided by 2. For my second one I have x.
So x over 2 plus x equals 495.
I thought you were combining the terms. We combined the terms for the one above.
I know,
why are
Oliver,
we
just,
combining them?
we are, Oliver, we are going to combine the terms. You said something that was incorrect. I'm trying to correct it.
Oh, okay. Well, if you have x over 2 plus 2,
Why is it plus 2?
sorry, I just misspoke. Equals 4.
So here we go, x over 2 plus x. What is x over 2 plus x? Tell me.
So x over 2 plus x. I would do 2 times.
No, but I'm saying, what is that? I want everybody to be comfortable with it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I want you to tell me what, there doesn't need to be, it's just, I know what that is. What is it? Say it again. I mean, I don't want the answer. I want, what does x over 2 plus x equal? That's what I'm trying to find out. What is it?
2x.
Anybody else?
1x.
Yes. 1.5x. This right here is the same as 1/2 x plus x equals 495. 1/2 plus 1 is 1 1/2, but I prefer not to say 1 1/2. I would like for you to look at that automatically and just say 3 over 2. I want everybody to look at that and say 3 over 2 x equals 495. That's what I want. For whatever reason, x over 2, kids have a hard time with that. X over 2 is the same as 1/2 x. So 1/2 plus 1 is 1 1/2, or it's the same as 3 over 2. Now, please look up here for 1 second too. 1/2 x plus x, I would like for you to say is plus 1x. So this is really 1/2 x plus 2 over 2x. All right, if you had to get a common denominator, you would say it's 2 over 2, which is 3 over 2. Or you can just take your handy dandy calculator and do 1 plus 1 divided by 2, math, enter, enter. Everybody do that on the calculator. 1 plus 1 divided by 2, hit enter, and then hit math, enter, enter. And what comes up on your screen? 3 over 2. All right, I'm just showing you how to use a calculator. Now, I think it's silly when I ask a question like, what's 1 plus 1/2? And you look at me like I'm crazy. All right, 1 plus 1/2 is 1 1/2. All right, and we don't use a mixed fraction, so we'd make it 3 over 2. All right, now when we solve this, Sophia, what did you get? Well, wait a minute, I have to multiply by the reciprocal, right? So if you multiplied by the reciprocal, x became what number? What is that? That's what I'm asking. She's going to tell me. She's got her calculator out. 495 times 2/3. That's what we're asking. Everybody's trying 495 times 2/3. I know everybody here already knows what that is. 2 divided by 3. What is that? 495 times 2 divided by 3. How much? 330. So x was 330. Now, everybody take out their calculator also, just because I'm trying to help you with your calculator, get used to it, is everybody type in 495 times, then you hit alpha, and then you hit the x. And does the fraction come up and you just type in 2/3. And then you hit enter. And it should give you 330. All right, so I'm showing you how to use your calculator, how to get to your calculator. All right. Now we had 330. So 330 represents the number of what? What does X represent? Does it really? Yes, you see what I'm saying, kiddo, right? And now tell me how many cheeseburgers there were. Yes, ma'am, 165. All right, I'm not trying to confuse anybody, all right, but I'm trying to get you comfortable with your calculator. Because when you take the test, am I going to tell you how to use your calculator?
No.
No, I'm not.
But can you show us that?
Yes, thank you, thank you. So I want you to hit this 495, hit alpha, and then hit X, the number right next to it, to the right of it. Does it come up as a fraction?
Oh, yeah.
You with me?
185.
Yeah, and then do times, and then type in 2/3. Please make sure you're doing that. All right, the more you practice, the better you'll get at it. What?
Like, you can like, can we know it's easier to just do?
Yeah, I'm not, listen, remember, I
I know you were supposed to.
yes, that's what I'm trying to get you comfortable with. I know you know what these answers are. I know I'm trying to get you to help with the calculator, just as practice.
When I do that, it's coming as 495 over.
No, hit clear. Type 495 times, then do alpha X.
Oh,
You with me on that? Now, if you do 495 and then hit second X or alpha X, it'll put it as the numerator. Yeah, that's okay. That's why you're practicing. That's why I'm telling everybody, if you're not practicing, you're going to get to the test and then you're going to say, I forgot how to do the calculator. And I'm going to say, guess what? I can't help you during a test. That's why I'm asking you to practice now. All right, here we go. 16. All right, I'm moving on. Oh, good. Ryan, tell me about it.
The company had the oil tank that holds 350 barrels of oil, more than the full tank.
Stop right there. So I'm dealing with two things. I've got an old tank and a new tank. There's a relationship between the old and the new.
Yeah, the old, is embodied by X.
Yes,
Is X plus 350.
you are amazing. Now what?
Together, they apparently hold 3,650 barrels of oil. I wrote 3650 over 2 equals 1825. So
No. I have the equation. Add these things up for me, please. These together. I want the whole equation. I know you're doing it in your head and it's probably correct, but I want to know when you add those two together, what do I get?
2x plus 350.
2x plus 350. Now what do I have to do to both sides?
Subtract.
Yes. So when I do that, I get what?
You have 3,300.
Yes. And so now X is,
So X or 1,825.
what?
I'm sorry, that's
I'm wanting to know what X is. Yep, this would be pro.
1,650.
Yes, 1,650. All right, and again, you're just practicing with your calculator. So the old one was 1,650 barrels. And then explain to me what the new one would be then.
Well, because due to the difference of 350 barrels, the latter tank would hold 2,000.
You are correct now. Right, that's what I want. And then it would be nice if you just circled it and said, that's my answer. All right, I'm happy with that. All right, here we go. 17. All right, Emily has $88 in her saving account. If she saves put your hand down. If she saves $350 per week, how long will it take her to save $200? I need not just an answer. I'm trying to get an equation. I'm trying to get an equation here. Mackenzie, what are you thinking? Oh, come on now. How much money do you start with? Right. Each week I add what? How much money? I'm adding 350. 350 each what? Right. Come on, that was not that hard now. I have $88 in my account. I'm adding 350 each week, and I'm trying to get to what? To 200. So now what am I going to write down? Yes, you see what I'm saying, right? Listen, please don't worry about being wrong. Just try. If you're sitting here just writing down my answers, I promise you, you're going to cry when you leave when you take the test because you're not going to know how to do anything. All right, and I'm not trying to scare you. You have to try to set them up yourself. All right? Don't just assume just because it's got a bunch of words on it, you can't do it. I'm telling you, they're not that hard. Read carefully. All right? You've got to learn to interpret problems and solve them. That's what they pay you money for, solving problems. All right? So now we're going to solve this out. So what am I doing? I'm subtracting 88. And now what? And I get 32 weeks. All right, that's what we're going to write down. Not 32. 32 is not the answer. 32 weeks is my answer. Now you agreeing with me? That wasn't that hard, right? It's not that hard, guys. Okay, so number 18. Ms. Miller, let me start with you. Everybody should be drawing a rectangle. Here we go, drawing a rectangle. Yep. So the width is equal to 76. And we're interested in finding the what? So this is L. Now, what else do I notice here? What else should I know, in other words? What are the two other sides? Yes. So what's? Yes. And the other is? Yes. Okay, so now how am I going to write this equation? Equals 332. And what equals 332? Yes, you would. And what's that? And now what? Nope. Nope. Look, perimeter is adding it up, right? So now what do the other two sides add up to? Well, okay, you can put X there if you want, or L. So if you add them up, it's going to be what? L plus L today is? Do you agree with me now? 2L. Don't be sorry, kiddo. We're trying. That's what I'm asking. Try. All right. But now, do you see why it's 2L though? I don't want to. Okay. All right. So now what do I do? Uh-huh. So what am I going to do first? Yes. And what do I get? And now what? Yes. So L equals, beautiful. So the length is 90 centimeters. The length is 90 centimeters. All right. What?
I want somebody to write it down like as a proper equation.
I want you to.
I'm
There it is right there. 2L plus 152 equals 332. Two sides are L and two sides are 76. All right. Now, tonight's homework, try everything else, 19 through 26. 8 more problems. You're welcome. Thank you. I'm going to collect the worksheet tomorrow.